Good morning and welcome, candidates of Kellenberg Memorial High School's class of 2025. And congratulations on your acceptance to high school. My name is Brother Patrick. I'm a member of the Marianist religious community of brothers and priests who serve the students and faculty of Kellenberg. I also teach scripture and Spanish to freshmen. I'm coming at you from Kellenberg's in-school television studio with our school mascot, Firebird. And we are so excited to show you around our school and to give you a better feel for what might lie ahead of you in the next 4 years and beyond. We know that you have a pretty big decision to make as to where you will choose to attend high school. Maybe it's one of the first big decisions that you've ever had to make. So today, we hope that we can introduce you to some of our incredible teachers and students that make Kellenberg such a special place to learn and to grow in knowledge, faith, and friendship. Typically, we host our open house in person with hundreds of our students and faculty here to welcome you onto campus. But this year, of course, we've had to switch it up just a little bit in order to bring our campus and the Kellenberg family to you. To give you a better view of the Kellenberg experience, Firebird and I are about to show you 6 different glimpses into the life of a Kellenberg student. Along the way, we will speak with several of your future teachers and upperclassmen that you can get a better feel of what life as a Kellenberg student is like. And just as our student body and Firebird alumni family continue to grow, our campus certainly has expanded a lot in the last year too. You will get a chance to see our brand new athletic facilities in a few minutes. But first, we want to give you a look at our science, technology, engineering, and math labs. They just opened to our student body this month, and we can't be more excited than to show them to you now. So Firebird, let's check in with Mr. Sorkin in the labs and see what experiments they have ready for us.
Thanks, Brother Pat. I'm here with Liam, Teresa, and Khalees in our new science lab. I just wanted to ask you guys, what was your moment here at Kellenberg that made you want to pursue STEM in college and ultimately a career?
So having the option to take an engineering course has really helped me decide what I wanted to do in college. So I'm thinking of pursuing an engineering major, and having the opportunity to take a bunch of different science courses really helped me narrow down what STEM career I wanted to pursue.
Okay, Teresa?
Since I was able to test out of Earth Science freshman year, I was able to take advanced biology as a sophomore, and this class, combined with my previous love for engineering, helped me pick biomedical engineering as a major in college that I was interested in.
It's a great feeling. And Khalees?
It was actually my sophomore biology class for me. Learning about the different processes that the human body goes through was really intriguing, and that made me want to go to biology in college and future a career in women's health.
That's awesome. So if you guys were to talk to an incoming freshman who maybe has never been here or hasn't looked at what clubs we have, what would you tell them about STEM here? Any clubs, any activities that they could get involved in?
I would tell them to try to do as many activities as they can that involve STEM. One thing that I would recommend would be doing the talks that they have after school, where they have a professional come in and do different activities and talks with them about their career in the STEM field.
Teresa?
I would tell them that even if they weren't involved in middle school in any STEM activities, that it's never too late to get involved in high school and to always keep trying new things.
Khalees?
I would just say to get involved in all the activities we have here, particularly in STEM, so that they can learn stuff that would help them in the future.
Okay. And some of you guys have been able to use the new labs that have built this year. What was your experience like using these new labs?
It was really cool to be able to use new labs. The technology is just so far advanced. I was not expecting it.
I agree with Liam. And it's just so interesting to see how each subject correlates with like a different theme in the room and the new technology that makes it easier to do the labs more effectively and efficiently.
Okay. All right, we'll talk about labs. Let's do an experiment here and see how it goes. All right, so we're here in the new chemistry lab. Might as well do 2 chemistry experiments. So Liam, what do we got going on here?
So this is a lab that I did when I was in 10th grade in chemistry, and we're going to put a base and an indicator together, and we should get a very bright color. And we get a nice bright pink color.
That's amazing. I see we got an open flame here. What do we got going on?
In this lab, the heat excites the electrons, and when the electrons come back down, they should produce a color. And this is strontium, so it's red.
And all of those test tubes are a different chemical?
Yes. And this is lithium, and it is pink.
Wow.
This is sodium, and it should be an orange color.
We got blue and gold there.
And then this is copper, and it should be green. This was actually my favorite lab during chemistry in 11th grade. I like seeing the different colors. It's pretty cool.
All right, that's great. All right, well, back to you, Brother Pat, in the studio.
Firebird, did you steal these from the lab? Thanks so much, Mr. Sorkin. And now I think we're going to head down to Mr. Lyons, who's going to talk to you a little bit about what life every day at Kellenberg is like. So to Mr. Lyons and Mr. Codling, take it away.
Thank you, Brother Pat. And hello to you again, the members of the Firebird class of 2025. Welcome to Kellenberg. My name is Mr. Lyons. I'm a phys ed and health teacher here, a coach, a guidance counselor, and I'm also a member of the Student Life Committee. I've been teaching here at Kellenberg for 8 years, and I really look forward to meeting you and hopefully having many of you in the classroom in the years to come. I'm joined today by two fantastic seniors. Today, we want to discuss with you many aspects of the atmosphere here at Kellenberg. We are currently in the Millennium Room. The Millennium Room is a beautiful multi-purpose room that overlooks the Madonna Pavilion and sits right on top of the brand new Jim and Diane Rowen STEM Center. So let's begin with discussing the atmosphere. Around Kellenberg, you will frequently hear that this is the students' home away from home. As you grow through your years here at Kellenberg, you will begin to realize this. However, it begins with the AAA program. So Mason, can you tell us what AAA stands for?
So AAA stands for Awareness, Adjustment, and Atmosphere.
When does this take place for the incoming freshman students?
So 3 days before normal classes begin, students will come in to get a mock of their normal schedule and visit their classrooms, teachers, and get their iPads. And they'll also look at different sports clubs and after-school activities that they can do while they're here at Kellenberg.
You also get to meet your peers. Through various presentations and workshops on guidance, sports, and activities, you get to meet all different freshmen that are also going to be coming to the school as well. During this time, you meet some of your best friends that you're going to be friends with for the rest of your duration at Kellenberg.
Now, the atmosphere at Kellenberg is immediately recognized when you walk into the building, and this is centered around our faith, and it is affirmed immediately to start the day during homeroom. So Mason, can you walk us through what homeroom period is typically like on a daily basis, and how does this have a positive effect to start your day?
So every morning at 8:10, the bell will ring, and before that you'll get a 5-minute warning to be in your class. And then shortly after that, we'll start with the prayer video, and then we'll go to the Pledge of Allegiance, and then announcements, which is led by a lot of our students here.
Homeroom is really a time where you get to socialize with your peers since you are with them for your 4 years at Kellenberg. And not only do you get to just study, but you have that socialization aspect. Our announcements, which are after our pledge, are live streamed by our communications club and the students that are part of it, and you can watch these announcements on the Kellenberg website.
To continue our conversation on the atmosphere, I would like to pass this over to Mr. Codling.
Thank you, Mr. Lyons. I'd like to take the time to introduce myself. I'm Mr. Codling. For the past 6 years, I've taught biology, I've coached wrestling, I've coached football at Kellenberg Memorial High School. Today with me, I have Colin Richards, Gianna Torello, and Ryan Varley. We're going to go through some of the different aspects that you're going to experience as a student. All right, ultimately, we're going to talk about the atmosphere that Kellenberg Memorial has to offer. Colin, would you like to tell me about the one thing students really look forward to? Lunch.
Yeah, definitely, Mr. Codling. So we get a preloaded debit card which has our money on to purchase food, and so you spend more time talking to friends and eating food than actually waiting online to get food. You get to sit with your friends, so you get to see people that you might not even have a class with during the day, which is cool to see new people and new faces.
Kellenberg Memorial likes to focus on that whole student. We emphasize educating both the mind and the heart. Can you speak to me on the different aspects of the atmosphere at Kellenberg which positively impacts your experience as a student and has assisted in the development of your foundation as a young adult, Gianna?
Yeah, so you'll hear everyone, whether they're a teacher, an alum,
a current student or a parent of a Firebird say that Kellenberg is one big family. And so over the years, Kellenberg has become like a second home to me. And through spiritual presentations, faith-focused retreats and clubs, I've learned what morals and values I want to take with me when I go to college in the near future.
We have some of the most beautiful scenery inside and outside the building. Would you be able to tell me your favorite part of Kellenberg? What's the beautiful scenery like to you?
Almost every Marianist brother and many teachers have dogs that travel with them throughout the day. And then the outside landscaping is gorgeous, often done by alumni and current students. And this year we have new tennis fields and new turf fields and a Kellenberg blue track. And yet the most beautiful sight is seeing the happy faces of students back on campus. And then we have students grades 6 through 12 with many different skills, experiences, and interests that come together to create one heart and one mind.
My favorite spot in Kellenberg is the Star of the Sea Chapel, which is located in the Emmanuel Retreat House on the 3rd floor. Basically, after every retreat that we have here, you often end the retreat with adoration in the Star of the Sea Chapel. This place is like a great way to like truly be one with God and like just be. It's also like really, really nice up here because you get to see some of the brothers and it's just really nice up here.
What's the faith like here?
Yeah, so there's reminders throughout the day everywhere. There are reminders in the classroom through artwork and statues of saints and church leaders. Every classroom is a crucifix, a statue of Mary, and a picture of the founder of the Marianists, Father Chaminade. There's daily prayer in homeroom at noon through the Angelus, and at the end of the day through the 3 o'clock prayer. Every class starts with a time for reflection and prayer, and each student also has the opportunity to participate in midday prayer, which occurs 5 minutes before each lunch period, and is a great way to reflect and just disconnect from the academic part of the day.
With this whole pandemic, how has Kellenberg actually been able to help you navigate with school and everything that's happened this year?
The teachers here are genuinely concerned for like your academic lives, but also in your spiritual and emotional support right now. Everyone here at Kellenberg is really rooting for you in this time of trouble, and everyone's helping you here.
Well, I really want to thank all 3 of you, Colin, Gianna, Ryan, for sharing everything that you guys have experienced here as a Kellenberg student. I think that people at home are going to love to hear what you have talked about, love to experience what you've talked about. To those of you at home, I just want to say thank you for listening to what we have to say about Kellenberg Memorial High School's atmosphere. And with that being said, we're sending it back to you, Brother Pat.
Thanks so much, Mr. Codling. Now we're headed down to the school gym where Mrs. Micey and Mr. Moncada are with some of our Firebird student athletes to talk a little bit more about athletics here at Kellenberg.
Thank you, Brother Pat. My name is Mrs. Micey, and I'm a health and phys ed teacher here at Kellenberg. I'm also the varsity cheerleading coach and the moderator of Blue and Gold.
Hello, I'm Mr. Moncada. I am a Spanish teacher, as well as an assistant coach for our girls cross country and track and field programs. And we are so excited to talk to you about Kellenberg's athletic programs.
Kellenberg has over 80 athletic teams offered for students in grades 7 through 12. We have varsity, JVA, JVB, freshman, and Latin school level teams. The school year is divided into 3 separate seasons: fall, winter, and spring, with different sports offered in each season.
Our athletic teams participate in more than just practices, games, and competitions. Each team will go on an athletic retreat where the team members are able to bond, play team building activities, and take time to reflect and pray together. Teams will also participate in service projects, getting the chance to give back to local communities, parishes, or for certain causes.
At Kellenberg, our athletic program doesn't solely focus on winning games or matches. Our goal as coaches is to help our athletes grow into mature and responsible young men and women.
Here with me now are 2 of our senior athletes, Maximus Mangelli, a dual sport athlete in football and baseball, and Kylie McShay, a tri-sport athlete in soccer, basketball, and lacrosse. Maximus, what's the best part about being on an athletic team at Kellenberg?
The best part about playing football at Kellenberg has to be the camp in the summer where you practice 2 to 3 times a day with all your teammates, and it's a great bonding experience. And when you get to varsity year, you get to sleep upstairs and you wake up at 5 a.m. It's a whole grind, but I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Great, thank you, Max. Now, Kylie, what has been the defining moment for you as a Kellenberg athlete?
I'd say the defining moment for me was sophomore year when we won our basketball championship.
it just meant the world to all of us for all the work that we put in throughout the year to win it in the end and just be with all our teammates and our friends.
Awesome. Thank you, you two. Now I'm going to send it over to Mrs. Micey with two of our other senior athletes.
Thank you, Mr. Moncada. Now I'm here with Mackenzie McAllister and Theodore Healy, both 3-season athletes. Mackenzie, talk about your experience as a student athlete.
Being a student here at Kellenberg, it is very easy to time manage sports and academics. The coaches make it very clear at the beginning of every season that you're a student first and an athlete second.
Theodore, talk about why you know you made the right choice by coming to Kellenberg.
I made the right choice by coming to Kellenberg because it feels like a family-based community. All the coaches and teachers are so welcoming and will be willing to help you with anything.
As you can see, it's something very special being on an athletic team at Kellenberg. Back to you, Brother Pat.
Thanks so much, Mrs. Micey. And hey, Firebird, here's Beato. Make sure you say hi to Beato next time you're on campus. But I think right now we're headed down to Mr. Murphy, who's in the auditorium, to talk a little bit about the arts here at Kellenberg.
Thank you, Brother Patrick. Hello, and welcome to Kellenberg Memorial High School's auditorium. My name is Mr. Murphy. I am the moderator of Kellenberg's Drama Club, as well as the Fine Arts Performance Coordinator. You know, over the years, I have seen students thrill us with their musical talents, creating memories and moments and friendships in rehearsal that will last a lifetime. Thank you. We're here with Clara Ambrosino, a senior member of the band. Now, Clara, you brought your alto saxophone and treated us to some of Billy Joel's Vienna. Tell us a little bit about your first experience with the band coming into the high school. Did it help you acclimate as a student?
Definitely. I felt that at the end of the day, it was a really great place to just go see all these people I knew from all different grades and made me feel like I was part of a group right from the first day.
And you've told me in the past you had some kids who obviously are older in the band and mentored you, right? Made you feel at home?
Definitely, and as I got older, I kind of changed roles and started mentoring them, which really made me feel like it was a real community and everyone was really there for each other.
Now, obviously, music and performing is a passion for you. You're also in the Firebird Swing, and you're also an outstanding member of the Drama Club as well. Could you tell us how you balanced all of that and still have been successful as a student?
Definitely, and it can seem daunting to have to deal with your academic work on top of all of that, but I never felt that way. I always felt like everyone was there for me, and all of my friends and all of the teachers that helped me there. I just felt really at home in the arts department.
Thank you so much, Clara. Now, we'd love for you to play us out a little bit with Vienna. And we're back with Madison Bone Pastor, an artist here at Kellenberg, senior member. Madison, perhaps you could tell some of the future Firebirds out there the different ways that they can hone their craft here at Kellenberg.
So the Kellenberg art program teaches you many different techniques that you can use while you're drawing and painting. My favorite technique that I learned was how to shade while drawing.
Oh, that's very interesting. Now, did you have mentors as you went through the program? Did you learn from other artists?
Yeah, I definitely learned from other artists. They taught me that they get to use their special techniques and put their own spin onto their pieces of art. I always love to incorporate a little bit of Disney into my art since I've been going there since I was little.
Oh, well, that's terrific. Now that you brought it up, why don't we take a look at some of your various works from over the years?
So this is a painting that I painted over the summer last year. It was a club ran through Kellenberg, so a Kellenberg teacher taught us, and she taught us how to paint all different things on canvas. When I was in 8th grade here, I went to the Latin school. We learned how to do portraits of a celebrity. So this is Steve Harvey. And I've always struggled with drawing people before, so this was a fun project. And like I said before, I love Disney, so this is a picture of Pascal from Tangled.
Oh, terrific, terrific. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Madison for being with us today. And I'm here with Robert Nolan, senior member of the Drama Club. Robert, you kind of burst on the scene as a sophomore, playing Judge Danforth in The Crucible. Then you did Les Mis, followed up by A Midsummer Night's Dream. How do you get interested in acting?
Well, I've always been a fan of storytelling. You know, I love movies, books, and plays. You know, I can't get enough of that kind of stuff. So when there's sort of this club that lets you do that and sort of tell the story yourself, you know, I can't really resist. It's right there for the taking.
Oh, that's terrific. Now, how do you find the atmosphere in the Drama Club?
Oh, it's absolutely great. You know, I think some of the best people in this school join the Drama Club because they're all very extroverted and all very friendly. You know, they're always willing to help new people out and help them if they're coming into the club. They're very welcoming, and it's the reason I stayed in the club.
Well, thank you, Robert, for being with us. For some reason, we did, now let's see, we did band, right? We did art, and now we've done you with drama. I just feel like we're forgetting something. Ooh, bagpipes. What you just heard, who you just heard was Mary Moore, who learned to play the bagpipes here at Kellenberg. Now to wrap up our performing arts section of Open House, I'm here with Colin Simpson, a member of the orchestra. Colin, thank you so much for joining us today. Now, being a member of the orchestra here at Kellenberg, it's probably opened you up to new music too, like music that you probably would normally not have listened to.
Yeah.
Could you give us some examples of that?
Mostly before orchestra, I wasn't really a big fan of classical music because I thought it all just sounded the same. But after orchestra, I learned that there are like different styles and types of classical music, and it really deepened my appreciation for it.
Yeah, and it's something that you'll have to, if you're going to go on and play in future orchestras, you know, after high school, that's something that you're going to have to be able to do, right? Colin, I understand you're going to play something for us.
Yes, Eleanor Rigby.
Okay, well, take it away. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed our presentation as much as we did bringing it to you. So many gifts, so many moments. Now, this is your moment, and we can't wait to meet you. I'm going to throw it back now to Brother Patrick.
Thanks so much, Mr. Murphy. It's really amazing to see how talented our students are on the stage and in front of the camera. But hey, we got a lot of talent behind the camera too. Hey, Firebird, I see you back there. It's just really amazing how many activities we have to offer here. And we're going to send it down to Mr. Kennedy, who's going to talk to us a little bit more about activities here at Kellenberg.
Hi, I'm Mr. Kennedy. I teach freshman history here at Kellenberg. I moderate the Speech and Debate Club, Kellenberg's Model United Nations Club, History Club, and I'm the head advisor for the National Honor Society here at Kellenberg. Today we're going to talk to you about activity life, or here at Kellenberg, life after 248. So with me I have...
Hi everyone, I'm Emma Carmody. I'm a senior here at Kellenberg, and some of the activities that I'm in include Drama Club, Gregorian Consortium, Sodality, Hiking Club, XLT Band, Communications Club, and Girls Bible Study, and Prep.
Hi, I'm Christian. I'm a senior at Kellenberg as well. Some of the clubs I'm involved in are Speech and Debate, GSO, Sodality, SMART, and Spanish Club.
My name is CJ. I am also a senior. I am involved in Prep, Cross, Retreat Staff, Eucharistic Minister, and Hiking Club as well.
You guys have a nice collection of activities you do here. When you were a freshman 4 years ago, what kind of got you started with those? Why did you pick them?
So for me, I've always just loved doing theater, so I knew I wanted to do drama club, and I actually had seen a play when I was in 4th grade here, and I loved it, so I knew I wanted to join. And also, I knew I wanted to join some of the choir type clubs, because when I would come to Mass here, when my brother went here, I would hear the choir sing, and I always knew that that's something I wanted to do. And for something like hiking club, my teacher, Mr. Moran, in freshman year, he was always encouraging us to come on a hike, and so I decided to go, and I loved it.
For me, like, public speaking was always something that I really wanted to try, but before coming to Kellenberg, I was always a little too nervous to try it out. And then freshman year, my English teacher, Mr. Cummings, gave us an oral presentation, and after I gave it, he encouraged me to join Speech and Debate. So my sophomore year, when they were having clubs for us to sign up for, I went to my first meeting, and I realized after learning more about the club that it was really something that I could use to express myself during different types of speech.
Something my old school didn't have was clubs where I could volunteer. So when I first came to Kellenberg, I joined SALT, where I was able to help out at different events. And in sophomore year, I joined Prep, where I was able to teach religion to the local parishes and teach the kids religion.
I think it's really cool that you guys have seen both worlds here at Kellenberg, right? You've seen the in-person 3 o'clock life, and you've seen the remote aspect. For activities, how have those changed? Have they affected your activities so far?
One activity that just stands out in my mind for the virtual kind of aspect of it is Aquinas League. So I joined Aquinas League my junior year because my teacher, he always said to me, Mr. Krug, he said, you know, I think you'd really like this. And so I finally joined, and shortly after it went virtual, and actually then we had like double the people at a meeting, so we'd have 50 people in the virtual session. And honestly, I almost liked it better in the virtual just because everyone could kind of say more at the same time because you could type in the chat, and so that was really cool.
The first club that comes to mind for me is Speech and Debate. This year, because of the virtual capacity of the club, we actually got to go to more competitions like Yale and Princeton that we wouldn't have been able to go to before. So it's just allowed us to branch out even further by being virtual.
So this year, we weren't able to do actual events in school, so Mr. Bredding had set up many events where we would help out our own family at home, whether it was setting up dinner plates or stuff like that. And in hiking club, it was pretty cool. We were able to go on virtual hikes by ourselves and take pictures for like a scavenger hunt.
What's one club that you think over your 4 years has really made an impact on you in terms of friendships, in terms of just you as a person, that you would want incoming freshmen to give it a shot?
One club that I love doing, which I met a lot of people from, is XLT Band. So XLT itself is adoration, and then there's a speaker, and you eat dinner with all your classmates and people from all different grades. And from singing in that club, I met a lot of new people that are now my friends today. But my favorite part itself is the actual XLT night, which happens once a month, and that's probably my favorite event at Kellenberg. So I would encourage people to definitely go to XLT.
For me, I would have to say it's Sodality. Just because my freshman year, it can be kind of hard to meet your entire class just because, you know, you're separated by tracks. And joining Sodality my freshman year gave me the ability to meet people who I wouldn't have met otherwise. And due to just the close nature of Sodality, meeting every single week and talking about like deep things like faith, you really get to connect with people that you wouldn't have gotten the chance to before.
For me, my club was prep. I was able to meet many of my close friends, which I still have in today. And I was able to learn and grow in my own faith and teach the younger students more about the faith that they will believe in.
Yeah, I think one thing that I think what we're saying is something that's very unique to Kellenberg is like life starts after 2:48, right? You guys have known this being in the building that after 2:48, it's to a school that never sleeps. Like that's like the slogan. Right? There's so many things to do. I know as a moderator, Monday to Friday, it's after 3 o'clock is some of the busiest times here, and on the weekends, it's always something happening here at Kellenberg. A good takeaway from this is, especially here, there's something for everybody, right? And we said in our private meetings that Kellenberg activities freshman year is like a buffet, right? You want to try a lot of different things and see what you like, and by senior year, you know what you're passionate about, right? You know what you're still going to do. But I want to thank you guys for volunteering your time today to talk about the activities. And Brother Pat, back to you in the studio.
You know, we've seen so much of what happens every day here at Kellenberg and what the life of a Kellenberg student is like. But the faith is at the core of everything we do here. So Mr. Moran's down in our school chapel to talk a little bit more about the apostolic life here at Kellenberg.
Thanks, Brother Pat. We're here in the Maria Regina Chapel, and I'm with Adrian Nowak, who's one of our juniors at the school. He's also a member of our soccer program and lacrosse programs. So this is the Maria Regina Chapel. We're saying this is the school chapel. It is the center, the heart of our school building. One of the nice things about having the chapel here at school is it's a place for the students to kind of come and connect with God. As a Catholic school, Kellenberg is a place where we work on our relationships with God, but also our relationships with one another. And one of the ways that we do that is through a very extensive retreat program. Every single whole moon will go on a retreat throughout the year. As you get older, juniors and seniors will have an overnight retreat someplace. We have 2 retreat houses off property. One of those retreats that we do here at school are our athlete retreats. So Adrian, what would you say is kind of your experience with the retreats and what you've learned from the retreats and how they've helped you?
On the retreats, we learned just discipline with each other and through God. We learned to connect with God, and we just see a different side of our teammates and like how we got closer as a group.
Were you able to take anything from those retreats that you learned, right, and kind of apply it to your life on the field?
I definitely learned to pray more like during games, and just like we pray as a family, as a team, as like one group, and just hoping to get the win after that.
All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to send it up to Miss Dudian up in the Emmanuel Retreat House Chapel, who's going to talk to you guys and a little bit about our retreat program and give you a little view of the chapel up there. Miss Dudian.
Thanks so much, Mr. Moran. Hi, everyone. My name is Miss Dudian, and I was a student here at Kellenberg not so long ago. I was super involved with all things in the ARC, which is the spiritual hub here at Kellenberg. And now, as a faculty member, I'm an English teacher here. I have the amazing privilege of being assistant moderator for some of those activities that I was a part of. 2 of those activities are Cross and Aquinas League, and I have one of our fabulous Aquinas League members here, Molly, who's a senior. She's actually the president of Aquinas League, and she is absolutely fabulous. So, Molly, what is it about Aquinas League and other spiritual activities here at Kellenberg that have really helped shape you as a person?
What I really love about Kellenberg and like the activities here is that I feel like I'm really learning what my faith is, because before Kellenberg I grew up Catholic, but I didn't know why I was Catholic. It's what my parents taught me, it's how I was raised, but when I came here I learned why. I learned like reasons to believe in God and reasons to follow Him and reasons to go to adoration, and I mean that's really what it's about, because if you're going to Mass and just praying without knowing what it means, it's not there.
Absolutely, and I can guarantee you that is going to carry over into your college life. I know it did for me, which was such a gift to bring when I was away from home for the first time. And something special about Molly, she's an amazing musician. She would never tell you that, of course, but Molly, what about some of the music ministries that we have here? Would you want to talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Once a month, Kellenberg has a adoration service. It's called XLT. I've been going since 6th grade when I came here. Mr. Brennan had a lot of the class go, and I fell in love with it, and I heard the singing, and I knew I wanted to be a part of the band the second I got to freshman year, and I auditioned like right away, and I got into the band, and I've been with them since freshman year, singing, playing flute, piano, whatever, and it's been an amazing experience. It's always the highlight of my month.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, you know what they say, when you sing, you pray twice, which is so incredible.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a ton of music things at Kellenberg, but another one that's really popular is the Gregorian Consortium. They sing at a bunch of masses, a bunch of prayer services, outside of Kellenberg events. They're really good, and you guys are about to hear a clip of them rehearsing.
Thank you, Gregorian Consortium, Mr. Basil. You always bring beautiful music to all of our masses. Thank God you're not going to hear me sing today, guys.
Wait, Mr. O'Brien, I could play the bagpipes.
That's right. Erin has taught us that in Sodality, that she is also a bagpiper, right? You've actually bagpiped down people's blocks during the pandemic, haven't you?
Yes.
So here we are. We're in the Emmanuel Chapel here at Kellenberg. This is where many of our retreat programs take place. And one of the things that is important is we have Jesus Christ right behind us. And one of the things as a teacher here at Kellenberg, this is my 15th year teaching freshmen, is we try to bring Christ to each one of our students. And Erin has had an amazing faith journey from freshman year till now. You want to talk a little bit about some of your experiences?
Definitely. So freshman year, I had Mr. Moran as my scripture teacher. And at the time, I didn't have a strong faith at all. I came from public school, and I really didn't know much about my faith besides the religion classes I took weekly. Then once I got to Kellenberg, I was totally immersed in the faith. Now I go to daily mass once a week in the morning. And it's just been amazing growing my faith so much with my classmates through things like Sodality and prep.
And one of the things we see is the relationships we have outside the classroom. Could you talk a little bit about how you teach religion outside the classroom and maybe the retreat that we went on?
Yes, so prep is where you get to go with other Kellenberg students, and you get to teach kids all over Long Island all about the faith each week. So I got the opportunity sophomore year, and to start it off, we went on an amazing retreat upstate at Founders Hollow, where we learned how to teach religion, and we all grew so much in that weekend, and I made so many new friends, and it's been an amazing experience to just teach the faith and really grow my own faith.
One of the things that we do is we try to see Christ in each and every child that comes through Kellenberg Memorial from 6th through 12th grade. Erin, could you maybe say what your Christ moment, what your faith moment is so far in Kellenberg? I know you probably have more to come.
Yes, I've had so many amazing faith moments. My favorite would probably be going up to Founders Hollow on the prep retreat and just really being fully embedded into the faith and learning so much about myself, my teachers. We all grew so much.
So we're going to send it back to Brother Pat in the studio, but just know we're praying for you, and have a great rest of your day.
Thanks so much, Mr. O'Brien. By now, you've probably noticed that a lot of things are changing around here. Yes, Kellenberg is certainly spreading our wings, but even as we grow and expand, we stay grounded in our school motto, one heart and one mind. As a Catholic school in the Marianist tradition, faith is at the core of the Kellenberg family. Our faith teaches us that each and every student and faculty member is a beloved member of our community, and that all are valued as children of God. Together, we seek to learn and grow in discipleship, knowledge, and friendship. A Marianist education at Kellenberg is all about the education of the whole person, mind and heart. Kellenberg students not only experience a time-tested and proven academic curriculum, but as you could tell by meeting so many of our current students, they come to call Kellenberg their home away from home, a place where true friendships are made in the classroom, on retreat, on the court, or in clubs after school. We can't be more excited to share Kellenberg with you, the class of 2025. I look forward to seeing you on campus soon, and I wish you all the best as you make your high school decision. So how do you think we did, Firebird? Pretty good? Can't wait to see you soon, class of 2025. Have a great day.